Margaret Nduta's twin sister urges Kenyans not to fabricate false information about her twin. Welcome back to our channel. Press the subscribe button for more news bulletins. Margaret Nduta is a 37-year woman who was convicted of drug trafficking in Vietnam and was sentenced to death. Nduta was arrested 3 years ago after meeting a man named John who gave her a deal of drug trafficking. She embarked on a journey from Kenya to Ethiopia and passed through 3 checkpoints to get to Vietnam. She was arrested in Vietnam with a suitcase containing 2 kgs of cocaine. She was sentenced to death and was supposed to be hanged on Sunday, but the Kenyan government had to intervene to rescue Margaret Nduta because the Kenyans had come on social media platforms with plea for the fight of the life of Margaret Nduta. How lucky one can be. Senator Onyonka wrote a letter pleading with Margaret Nduta and several other politicians like Babu Owino, who went online pleading for the life of Margaret Nduta, seeking the president to intervene. The letter Senator Onyonka wrote was sent to the President and the National Assembly, where they discussed further how they are going to rescue Margaret Nduta. Currently, as we speak, the news updates are Margaret Nduta is alive, but in prison, with the Kenyan government trying to intervene by appealing her death sentence. It is said that Nduta was actually convicted without any representation. She had no lawyers to stand in for her. Nduta's twin sister has openly come out to challenge the Kenyans falsifying information about her twin.
Twin sister ya Margaret Nduta mwenye ako huko Vietnam. Nduta tulizaliwa siku moja na yeye, kusoma tumesoma pamoja primary hadi vile tulifikanga form 2 na yeye, na tukatokanga hapo nyumbani tukakujanga side ya Rongai kwa aunti yangu, tukajifunzanga kosi ya salon, then tukaendanga Roy. Tumekuwa tukiishi Roy na yeye, kazi tumefanya na yeye pamoja kila kitu, lakini ile time tuliachana kufanya kazi pamoja ni ile alipata kazi mtaani. Alikuwa anafanya kazi mtaani, vile iliisha akaingia Kware. Na ile kitu nataka kuambia watu wa social media ni kwamba hivyo mnasema ati sistangu ashaitoka Kenya. Sistangu hajaitoka Kenya, ameishi Roy. Na pia watu wa Roy walisema wanataka nyinyi ambao mnasema Nduta ashaifungwa Ghana na Saudi, mnaweza enda Roy muwapate, watawapatia story ya Nduta, sababu wao ndio wamekuwa wakifanya kazi na yeye. Na ile kitu ningetaka kuwauliza, na hata mimi ningetaka kujua kama kuna maybe passport zinapatiwa nangu wa mlango ya nyuma, hata mimi nijue juu sijui, na nijue kama sistangu angetoka hapa Kenya na ID peke yake. Hizo vitu mnasema zinaumiza familia yetu. Kwanza mamangu vile alisikia hivyo, akikumbuka ameishi na Nduta hajaitoka Kenya miaka yake yote, ni vile alitoka hiyo 2023, alisikia vibaya sana.
Kwa hivyo wacheni kuweka mambo yenye haiko, mambo yenye ina trade hata sisi kama familia hatuyajui. Kwa hivyo sisi kama familia kuna mambo tunayasikia hatuyajui, lakini kila kitu tunaachia.
It actually hurts the family of Nduta when people speak and fabricate false information about Nduta's prosecution and drug trafficking case. People are always so quick to judge, but you never know when the time has come, because trouble lands anywhere. You never call for it, it just comes. You never know until it is your turn. Nduta's twin sister came out to defend Nduta by saying Nduta was not actually arrested as Kenyans are speculating online. We saw a person came out and said she was arrested with Nduta in Ghana, and so many stories. everybody is fabricating stories. We don't know what is what or what is the truth. If only Nduta could be given a chance to address Kenyans, then only then we could know what really transpired. As for now, we have to rely on every online source which is probably fabricating information so that they can actually sell their content. Margaret Nduta's twin sister is called Margaret Wambui Macharia. She openly defends her twin by dismissing allegations that were linked to Margaret Nduta, with several arrests including Ghana, before being convicted in Vietnam. Nduta is very lucky to be alive because before Kenyans intervened, she would have been currently dead as we speak. When you check online social media platforms, there's every sort of insult and projections on Nduta's death sentence. Everybody is speaking their own about Margaret Nduta. Drug trafficking is a very complex situation. People who handle drugs understand the rules of cartels. If one is caught, they are not supposed to be spilling the beans or talking about who the cartels they work for are. If you're lucky, they will bail you out. If you're not lucky, they will end up killing you. We're here to sensitize people. You can go to the airport, and once you're in the airport, never allow anyone to leave you their bags and say, hey, I'm just going to the toilet. No, it doesn't work like that. You might end up holding a bag and someone has detected they're already looking for him or her and disappears in the thick air, and you left pending there with a suitcase that you don't know anything about, and you end up being arrested. And the drug detecting officers never take those answers like, I'm innocent, I only met somebody who left me this case. They know everyone who is always arrested over drug trafficking always plays innocent. That is always the first rule of drug trafficking. Once caught, play innocent and pretend naive you don't even know what transpired. Nduta could be playing innocent as naive as she said she did not know, she wasn't aware of the drugs in the suitcase. At the same time, she could have been aware what was transpiring. It's a two-way thing. We cannot really say for sure or conclude. Let us not base our conclusions about Nduta's death sentence and drug trafficking to persecute her. Some people who go into drug trafficking, sometimes life has totally failed and their dreams are shattered. You find an innocent person has stomached their whole life, tired of looking for a job or employment, and ends up meeting somebody like Nduta met John. And this person promises you heaven on earth on just a simple contract. When people are tired of life and their frustrations, they end up embarking on such drug trafficking journeys to actually get a breakthrough. So we shouldn't actually blame her. There are so many questions to ask about Nduta, very many. If only Nduta could be given a chance to address Kenyans, she would have satisfied all our questions. But for now, every question we ask, we fill it in by ourselves. Well, we're here to enlighten Kenyans. Drug trafficking is a no-go zone. Yes, we know life can be hard, but don't get cheap deals. When the deal is too good, always think twice. Can Kenyans learn to stop fabricating information about Margaret Nduta, as the twin is asking? Subscribe to our channel for more news updates about Margaret Nduta and her continuous progress. It is not worth someone losing her life over some kilograms of drugs. Subscribe to Real News Updates Media, the channel where you get all your trending bulletins. JD Ishmaels.